Hello everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Sunday, March 22nd, 2020, and we have officially gone down the rabbit hole. My state, along with several others, have issued a general shelter-in-place order for the populace and has closed down all non-essential businesses. Fortunately, that order does make an exception for outdoor recreation. And that's exactly what I'm doing today, out to my favorite river, and going to see if I can catch some smallmouth bass. One stipulation, though, about that executive order is that you have to attempt to stay at least 6 feet away from any other individual. I think I'm good. So, my expectations today, primarily I'm just trying to escape all the craziness that's going on in this country right now. But as far as fish catching is concerned, my expectations are not that high. This early in the season, smallmouth fishing is usually pretty tough. The water did actually warm up to about 54 degrees in this river yesterday. It's since gone down, 6 or 7 degrees to get under 50 again. And when the water's that cold, the fish are typically pretty sluggish. But I do know that if I do get a couple of bites today, it is very possible, more so than normal, that they would be from above average fish. Because it seems to be that the larger fish feed a bit more readily in the cold water. So I'm only after a couple of bites today, but I've got my sights set on some decent sized fish. Well guys, I've been working upstream, bouncing a tube jig along the bottom, and I haven't gotten any action. It's a little bit earlier than I usually start fishing tubes, but I thought maybe something slow worked along the bottom, might get a couple of bites. That was not the case, however, so I switched over to something I've had a little bit more success with in cold water, and that's the 4-inch Kitech Easy Shiner on a 1/16 ounce jig head. And I'm just going to slow roll this thing through some likely spots, see if that can't wake up a few hungry smallies. Well, it's good to see people out and about today anyway. Seeing people on walks, seeing people jogging, people walking their dogs. And yes, I have seen a few other fishermen, including a guy named Chris I met, who's a subscriber of mine. And he's also braving the contagion today, trying to find some smallmouth bass. So, I hope he finds some. I hope we both find some, to be honest with you. There's one. Oh, he came off. That was a big one. That was a big fish. Oh my goodness. How did he come off? Wow, that was definitely a fish. Absolutely 100%. Didn't get a good look at it. I have no idea what it was, but it pulled hard. It definitely had some shoulders on it. And it's very interesting because I actually worked through this same area with the tube jig and didn't get any bites. So maybe I've stumbled upon something that these fish actually want. Well, it started out kind of cloudy and dreary today, but it's turned into a nice, bright, beautiful day out today. It's still a little chilly, but that sun is nice and warm. Hopefully it warms up this water a couple of degrees and turns these fish on. Well guys, I've been here for about 2 hours. I worked about as far upstream and downstream as I could get with these waders on, and just had that one hit. But I'm not ready to call it quits for the day. I got one more spot I think I want to try. So sit tight, and I will see you in a couple of seconds. Alright guys, here we are at the next spot. I don't quite know what this spot's going to have in store for us. I don't have a ton of experience here, but I do know it has some nice deep runs, which is where I think these fish are going to be. As a matter of fact, I just got bit right there. So, seems like this spot might start off treating us better than that last one did. Ooh, there was something that came out after this. That may have actually been a trout. There's a fish. Been getting a lot of hits out here. I switched lures over to a spinner because I suspected that the hits I was getting were from trout. And looks like my suspicions have been confirmed. That is a rainbow trout right there. Oh, and he just popped off the hook. So the state had been talking about starting the stocking early, even before they closed all the streams and ponds. And I guess this is one of the spots that they hit. This part of the river actually closes to fishing starting tomorrow. So that fish was legal. There we go. Looks like another rainbow. A little bit smaller than that last one. Okay, hook came right out. That one's going back. There he goes. There's another one. Woo! This one's a lively one. Well, they must be stacked up in this hole. Guess I'll play with these guys for a while, considering I'm not getting much action on the smallies. This is a nice little consolation prize. All right. Ooh. There we go. Wow. It took them a little while to get going. I worked this hole for a few minutes and these fish were just kind of slapping at it. But now it seems like they're hitting it proper. Another cookie cutter stocky rainbow, courtesy of New Jersey Fish and Wildlife. Oh, there he is. Oop, come on up. Okay. All right. This is fun. Was not really planning on catching a whole mess of trout today, but hey, it's action. I'll certainly take it. There we go. Well, that's number 6. If this was opening day, that'd be my limit. But since I'm playing CNR, I can just keep on going. we go. He was up at the head of the pool. He really socked it too. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alrighty. Another one for the clicker, I guess. Wish there was some bigger fish mixed in. But these guys are still pretty fun. There we go. Hit it in the exact same spot as that last one. Okay. Spirited little fish. Well, guys, those trout were a fun and welcome diversion, and I'm super glad I found them. But they're really not what I want today. I still got my heart set on smallies. So I'm going to leave those rainbow trout behind, and I'm going to move downstream, and I'm going to see if the deep holes down here might not hold some hungry bronzebacks. There's a fish. Feels like a decent one. What have we here? Ah, there's Mr. Smallmouth. All right. Finally. You like that swim bait? Not a bad fish. Maybe a little over a pound, pushing a pound and a half. Very welcome sight. All right, back he goes. Alright, well, the church bells tolled 6 o'clock, which means I got maybe about an hour and a half of decent daylight left. Wasn't getting any more bites downstream, so I moved upstream of the bridge, and I am just going to hit some of the deeper holes up here before I gotta call it a day. Maybe I might get 1 or 2 more fish. Fuck, that was a fish. He came back and got it. No, he didn't. I'm snagged. Damn it. That was a fish. And then he snagged me. I don't know how big it was, but it didn't feel very small. Wow. I thought I was like scraping bottom or hung up or something. Whew, man. I am just not getting those big bites in today. Well, everybody, I think that's going to do it for me today. Turned out to be a decent day on the old river. Started out kind of slow, but I came to the second spot, kept busy with a bunch of rainbow trout for a little while, and I was able to finally catch a better than average smallmouth to round out the day. Of course, though, I couldn't seal the deal on the 2 biggest bites I got today. Didn't get a good look at what they were, have no idea what I had on, and I think that's what bothers me the most. I'll never ever know what those things were or how big they really were. They're just going to be shadows that swim in my dreams for a long, long time. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next adventure.